Welcome to the Rising Consciousness Show, 20 minutes of soulful insights and powerful tools to elevate your life experience and create with higher clarity, intention, and vision. I'm Tara Antler, intuitive healer and soul coach.
And I'm King Gabriel, spiritual teacher and practitioner. And we are the co-founders of Ascension Academy of Life,
a global center for spiritual growth, intuitive healing, and soul alignment.
Get ready to blast off.
I also think that a lot's going to change politically, which I'm really excited about. I think our food system is going to get cleaned up, which it's already in the works. I believe our air is going to get cleaned up. I think our skies are going to get cleaned up. I think that there's a lot that's coming to light, and that's going to shock people, and people are going to be like in total, like, what? But there's many of us, especially if you've been tuning into my world for a long time, I know, we've been aware of a lot for a little while now. And our job then, if you've been awakened already, your job may be to hold sacred space, safe space for other people to come and land, to kind of get their bearings again. I think that the world is more than what we think. I think that our humanness is more than what we think. And I think our soul's journey is way bigger and way more than what we've been led to believe. And so I think all of that, our power is going to be returned to us. And we have to claim it. But in us claiming our power, then that energy gets returned to us. So there's some big things I think that are going to be happening this year, which is really exciting. On a personal level, what's in front of me right now is, I think that our Restful and Successful movement is awesome, but I think it's supposed to be a product-based business. So we're going to be moving that to more of a product-based business. I see it going into like Winners and places like that as a product to remind people like you could still be restful and successful. I know that our group, our large Facebook group, is going to be, we almost thought about reverting back to our original name like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, which was Path to Ascension. But I've been doing a lot of etymology, the root meaning of words, which is very important to me because I believe we create reality with the words that we speak. I'm very mindful as to the words that I use because I know that we're casting spells with our words as we speak. So I'm very mindful. And I learned last night, I was looking, where's the root word of path? And it comes from sickness or health. And I'm going to cancel delete that because I don't use that SICK word, but that's where it comes from. And if you think about that, it comes from like allopath, right? Natural path. It comes from a very medical side. And so we're like, no, we don't want to use the word path or pathway. We want something fresh. And so we're going to be, again, renaming our big Facebook group, but it's coming back to the simplicity. We're coming back to our roots is what it feels like for Gabriel and I. And so there's a lot of conversation for us right now around spiritual growth, spiritual expansion, spiritual ascension, liberation and freedom. That's a core piece for me. And really having a safe space for people to land, to spiritually grow. That's what we're here for. Can we spiritually grow in business? Yes. Can we spiritually grow in family? Yes. Can we spiritually grow in life? Yes. Can we spiritually grow in all these things? Yes. And I feel like that's the truth of what Gabriel and I, that's our whole path and our journey. So I feel like we're returning to that. We're going to see us talking more about those things even more. We're cranking up the volume on that because that's, again, based on the situation that I'm in right now, that's what's being asked of me very easily, very naturally. It's like second nature to me. It's second nature for me to have this conversation. It's second nature for me to talk about energy and frequency and the auric field and chakras and energy healing and all the things, right? It's second nature. And so thank you for asking the question because this is what we're coming back to. And I think you're going to see a lot of that this year. I think people, when you're a teacher, I could be a teacher of many things. I could teach you about crystals and the atmosphere. I could teach you about geography. I could teach you about anything that I've ever mastered, right? But I think what I'm being brought back to, and I think this is important for everyone to hear, what are you really great at? What's in your heart of hearts? What's in your soul? If you could talk about something or you could share some piece or you could contribute, like think about the tribe energy. If we were all sitting in a tribe, wherever you are on the physical planet, what would be your role within the tribe? My role within this tribe, and I believe within, my family tribe, this tribe, is one and the same. I'm a healer. I'm a teacher. I know a lot about energy. I know a lot about meditation. I know a lot about spirituality. I know a lot about truth. I know a lot about intuition. I know a lot about the mind and mantras. I know a lot about mindfulness. I know a lot about spiritual teachings and revelation. That's my truth. What is yours? What is yours? Right? Hi, Gina. Thanks for tuning in as well. I've been getting these messages for a while now. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you. Yes, right? So true. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see you. Good morning. So amazing you're able to be who you need to be for their family. Thank you. Hi, Mary. Yeah, I think it's important for us to all look at that for ourselves, right? I think that, and Louise, I'm sending you so much love too, because I know you've had a lot of hardship that's happened with your family as well. So I've been sending healing and love and prayers. And that's something that I want to just let you guys know. Gabriel and I, within the Ascension Academy of Light, we're going to be hosting monthly master classes. They'll be like workshops. One of them that's going to be coming up is going to be about growing through grief. I think there's a lot of grief happening right now. There's a lot of death and transition that's been happening. And that's something that I studied in university. That's something that I studied in my holistic training was grief. That's something that I helped almost every client move through. The 14,000 plus one-on-one sessions that I've done is growing through grief. And so I think that's going to be an upcoming workshop that we're going to have. So I want to let you guys know about that. Just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, or private message me. Maybe even if you're curious about that, just type the word grief or just G even in the comments, and I can make a list and then let you guys know. But we're going to have a whole roster of different workshops that you guys can come. Just like if we had a physical center, and you came to the center, like I used to go to the Transformational Arts College, and they'd have these amazing workshops that you go and sign up for and take part in them, and they would grow you on some level, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. That's what we're going to do every month. We're going to have those available to everybody, that if you want to come and you want to be a part of that workshop, we're going to make it really easy and accessible for people to take part in. It still honors us and our time and our gifts and our expertise. But I think the one upcoming is going to be about growing through grief. And I think when we can learn how to move ourselves through grief happens. It happens all the time. But if you're prepared and you know how to move through it, you can move through grief a lot quicker than having it stress your heart and system out. So that's going to be one of them. So just keep your eye open for that. And one last thing that I want to say is, with this shift, I think that one other thing that Angie asked the question, I think that you might actually see us return to a 13-month calendar in our lifetime. I also think that, and we're doing this in our business, we're going to be shifting our seasons, not according to the Gregorian calendar. So I'm not celebrating New Year's right now, even though they say it's the beginning of a new calendar year. This doesn't feel like a new year for me. This feels like I'm in the winter months of going within and of deep healing and rest and recalibration. It feels like a rest time period. Watching with my parents, it's a rest time period. I still haven't entered into the space of setting all these big intentions as yet, which I probably won't do until I'm ready. And that may come in the spring. But you're going to see us as a company, we're going to be shifting more to the natural cycles. So our new year will be starting in the spring, and we're going to be following, our programs are going to adjust a little bit too, in terms of the content and what we're bringing forth at each time. That's more in alignment with the natural cycles. So I think you're going to see that a lot more. You're going to see people return to what's natural. We're calling BS on the things that are BS and the things that have been just part of the illusion that keep us trapped, keeps us in a box. And I talked a lot about that last year. We're busting out of the box. We're busting out of the parameters now. And when you do that, you're free. When you're free, you get to choose. When you're free, you get to create. And so I'm going to end on this. That being said, I wish that every single person had the tools to self-heal. If you do not, and you want to learn them, and you feel a resonance with us, private message me. Come into Thrive, come into one of our programs, learn how to self-heal. If you do not know how to co-create and be a masterful creator as yet, message me. Come into Thrive. You're going to learn how to do that. This is such a powerful time. I really wish, it came to me in the middle of the night. I wrote on my phone. I was like, I wish that every single person could know these tools, because even though I am on very little sleep for the last week now, I'm still able to show up. And that's not just chance. That's not just luck. That's not just, oh, she's got it easy. We're starting homeschooling again today. We're supposed to be. in the midst of everything. Okay? I can do this and you can do this when you have the tools, when you know how to thrive, when you know how to get your mind. Now, let me give you all of that stuff, okay? So in the midst of all of this, if ever you go through something physical, a physical shift, a change, something that happens, you got to tend to the physical. So sometimes you do need to take a Tylenol to tend to that. But while you're tending to that, you still self-heal. You bring in energy work. So tend to the physical, okay? Physical is tend to pain, tend to, if you need surgery, tend to whatever you're following in that way. Follow that, listen to that if that's what feels good to you. Also support yourself nutritionally, support yourself with herbs, support yourself with reishi mushrooms and cordyceps and lion's mane and the herbs. Support yourself in that way from a natural perspective. The earth gives you a lot. Support yourself in that way. Support yourself with the proper nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, the bone broth. I remember, many of you know this, Louise Hay was one of my clients for a short little while before she passed. And one thing that she told me was that she drank a cup of bone broth every single day from the time she was 60 until she passed. And she was still up speaking on stage in her 90s. Okay? Bone broth. Get the right nutrients and minerals. So take care of the physical. Sleep when you need to sleep. Rest when you need to rest. Take it easy. You don't have to push. You don't have to go Mach 1,000. Okay? Tend to the physical. And on the other side of that, this is where the energetics come in. Know how to do energy healing. If you don't know how, learn how. If you want to come and learn Reiki, I'll do another Reiki workshop. If you want to come and learn chakra balancing, come and learn chakra balancing. You want to learn stuff about frequencies, let's do this already, right? Learn energy healing. It could save your life. All right, for real. It can speed things up. I know this because I watch it. I've watched it for the last 22 years of my career. I've watched it with my family right now. It can speed heal. You can heal anything. You can regenerate tissue. You can regenerate the heart. You can regenerate bone with energy healing. Learn some modality of energy healing. There are many modalities out there. My favorites would be Reiki. That's the one that I lean on. That's the one that I've been teaching since I was 25. I'm almost 47. That is my go-to. Okay. You can get support with crystals. Crystals are amazing. Sound frequency, using healing tones, 432 hertz frequency, color therapy. Those are my top favorites. And then I would say some of the frequency devices. The Healy device is a great one. There's a number of others out there. I like the iTerra one. Those are the two that I use most. I'm using them every day. They're all hooked up. They've got the Mag Healy in their room at night and while they're napping. My dad's got the Healy device on right now. I'm going to be wanting them later. I'm going to be doing energy work on them. I know it seems like a lot, but this is the thing. If you want to shift the physical, you have to be willing to put in the time and energy on the energetics so that the physical can speed heal itself. All right. On top of that, and when it comes to the energy, if you don't know how, find someone that does. There's a lot of healers out there. There's a lot of people that are trained in Reiki. There's a lot of people that know about energy healing. Get somebody in your back corner that knows how to energy heal. Okay. The next thing is cleanse your space. We did that. We had Evie, who is native and she's amazing. She used to babysit. She worked for my parents. She's amazing. I love her. She's part of our family. She came down and did a whole native ceremony. I helped her. We smudged the house. We smudged the property. We smudged all of us. We did a sacred ceremony here because there's been some crazy ass shit that's gone on here. So we cleansed the whole area. Cleanse your space. Clear your space. Don't be afraid to cleanse your space. There are energies everywhere. Okay. That's a whole other conversation for another day. Mentally, work on your mindset. Get your mind straight. There's a very simple saying. I'll give it to you. We've been doing this with the kids for months. I shared this with our clients in Thrive. I gave this to my mom and dad. They have it on their bedside table. They've been saying it every night. My sister asked me for it for a client of her friend of hers. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Now you could insert healthier. My dad's inserting my heart is getting stronger and stronger. Whatever works for you. Keep it simple, keep it short, repeatable, memorable, and you want to say it at least 10 times before you go to bed. That's working on your mindset. And on the emotions, you got to have a way to move emotions. You got to have a way to either clear the big emotions that come, because when things happen, big waves of emotions come. You have to know how to move those emotions. Sometimes you need a good cry. Sometimes you need a good laugh. Sometimes you need all of it. One thing I would say, and this is what I would say our family is really good at, we love hugs in this house. So lots of hugs, lots of love, tend to the emotions, guard each other's heart. You hold each other. You hold each other's heart. Guard each other's heart. Be gentle on one another. Be kind with one another. Tend to each other's emotions. Make it easy for one another. We don't need more judgment. We need more curiosity. We don't need more hard. We need easy. We don't need more HATE. I don't say that word. That's why I'm spelling it. We need more love. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. Okay? And then get help. Get support. We didn't come to this planet alone, so I don't think we're supposed to face a lot of this stuff on our own. I feel like I've been talking a long time here now. So I'm going to go downstairs. I want to give you a little tour. But those are the key things that we're doing. We're all hands on deck right now. Okay? When you're moving through something, get support. You didn't come here to do this alone. Get support. You didn't come here to do this alone. Okay? Remember, and the last piece, your spirituality and your faith. This is the time to strengthen your spirituality and faith, whatever that may be. Spirit, source, creator, God, the infinite, the divine, whatever you call it, whatever you believe in, it's perfect. There's many names for the same thing. Choose your faith. Choose it every day. Choose it powerfully. Ground in. Power up. You got this. Okay? So I'm going to take you on a little tour. If you want more information about Thrive, we're starting the new module of Thrive tomorrow. So if this is something that resonates and you want to come in to Thrive, maybe you're Thrive alumni and you want to come back in, we're changing up the flow, we're changing up the pace, we're moving into healing. We've got some announcements to make with our community too, but we need to come back into alignment. So if this is something that you're feeling drawn to, I welcome you. Type the word Thrive. Myself or our team will message you. We'll get you all the information, get you going. Again, whatever you feel like you don't have in your toolbox, get it. Because you never know when shit hits the fan and then you need something. And it's easier when you have that knowledge than to scramble in the midst of something chaotic, okay? I'm going to take you downstairs to go say hi to my parents because maybe, we'll just see. Maybe they might want to say hi. Dad, do you want to say a little hello to everybody and just let them all know how you're doing?
Hello, everybody. Doing well. And who's everybody?
Everybody who's watching. A lot of your friends have been watching and peeking in and wondering how you guys are doing and asking. So I just thought good for them to see your face.
Good to be seen.
Right? And you're feeling better, right?
We're feeling better.
Every day and every way?
Every way.
We're getting better and better.
We're getting better and better.
That's right. He's here doing dishes. That's one of his jobs for the day.
Nice seeing you.
And Mom, how are you? You want to say a quick hello?
Sure.
Okay, we'll take you around. There's Nana and Aria having a little snuggle
world.
time. How's Nana feeling today?
Nana's feeling much better today, thank you. Yeah, one day at a time, but we're moving forward. We're strong.
Yes, you are.
Our family's strong, which helps.
You have a lot of support.
A lot of support and a lot of love from all of you guys. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. She's doing great. She's very emotional, but it's good. Like we were just saying, the emotions are important because that's what we get to release and we get to feel the love. And so they're very grateful for all of the prayers that you guys have sent and all the prayers that you've been holding. Thank you so much for holding so much love for my family and for my mom and dad at this time as well. And I just look at them and I'm like, if they can do this, hey, Mom?
Yes.
If you guys can do this in the midst of everything else that they've gone through in the last 18 months, any of you that are struggling out there with anything, you guys, you can do this. You are strong and you're stronger than you know. And sometimes challenging situations come to strengthen you, to strengthen a family, and to show you the goodness that you're made of. Because you guys are stronger than you think. Stronger than you think. Everybody says you're looking good. You're looking good. You should see her motoring around. My dad said the other day she was moving at like Mach 3, and yesterday we said, what, Mach 6?
Yeah, Mach 6.
So she's probably walking at about Mach, I'd say, hey, Dad, maybe 8 or 10 today?
Oh, yeah.
Marathon
Easily.
Race. I'm almost ready for a marathon.
So she's almost ready for a marathon race. She's right there. She's like, I'm almost ready for a marathon race. My dad, though, the other day, he goes, well, what did you say? You're going to go for a run or something crazy?
A jog.
A jog. You're going to go for a jog. We said, you're not going for a jog. It's like light walking, Dad. So they're doing well. I don't think we're driving them nuts yet.
No, we're enjoying the company.
They're enjoying the company. We've got new routines set up for them, right? But yeah, they're very grateful. Everybody's saying you look wonderful, Mom. Yeah, I think so too. Nice to see them, eh? I agree. They're doing great. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all your prayers and your love, and us as a family together. We are sending prayers and love and gratitude out to all of you. If there's anything that you're moving through, I'm going to hold you in a prayer bubble and send lots of love. So good to have you all here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, thank you for your prayers and your love. And just remember, you guys are stronger than you think. Reach out, get support. If you just tuned into this video, go back and listen to some of the steps that I shared, because I think it's really important for everybody to have tools to know what to do. And you got this. You all got this. And we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us today on another episode of the Rising Consciousness Show. For more high vibration conversations, meditations, energy activations, and tips and tools on creating your most exceptional life, we lovingly invite you to connect with us at academyoflight.ca. The website is www.academyoflight.ca. It is time to create your heaven on earth experience, and we look forward to sharing this beautiful journey with you.
You're listening to Rising Consciousness, yeah.
Woo!
Woo!